Hello, friends. Hope everyone is doing great in their life and everyone is getting more into Java. So, now let us recap what we have done so far. So, in the basic Java concepts, we have got to know about what is Java, what are the features of Java, how does a Java code works, what are the components of Java, and also we have got to know about what are the data members. What is the difference between variables and constant? How do we declare them? How do we initialize them? So these things we have got to know. Now, in this thing, complete basic tutorials, we were talking more about objects. We were talking more about classes. Even in the first program, if I show you, I have declared a dummy class. So there should be one question arising to everyone that what is class? What is object? Why are we using this? Okay. And also when I told in the features of Java that Java is an object oriented programming language. So all these things we'll cover now. How and what are these classes and objects? Okay. So let's start today's video with the topic classes and objects. Okay. So first thing, what is class and what is object? Okay. So first we'll go ahead with class. Okay. So class is a logical entity, or you can say it as a master copy or blueprint of an object. Okay. It defines the state and behavior of an object. We need class to make an object, and from a single class we can make n number of objects. Okay. So actually, suppose you have to print an ID card. Okay. So to print an ID card for your organization, you will be setting up some template, and based on that template, the ID cards will get printed for each and every employee. You have thousands of employees, but you have only one template. So that template is actually your blueprint or master copy of the ID card. So in that template, you tell to the printer that this will be the size of photograph, and in this place employee ID will come, in this place email ID will come, in this place name will come, in this place RFID thing will come. It will come. Okay. So this is class. Class is actually a logical entity, or you can say a master copy or a blueprint. It defines the state and behavior of an object. This statement defines where your photograph should be there, where your ID number should be there, where your age should be there, where is your name should be there. Okay, all those things is defined by the class. We need class. Without a class, without a blueprint, you cannot start and doing the printings. So we need class to make an object, and from a single class we can make n number of objects. Okay, then what is object? Object is actually object when I say object. So in this scenario, say I am printing every ID cards. So there are, I'm printing my ID card, I'm printing yours ID card. So there will be two different ID cards. So there are two different objects I have generated from one blueprint. Okay, one template. So object is a physical or real-time entity which has state and behavior. Classes defines that state and behavior, but object has that state and behavior. In Java, state is represented by the data members, whereas behavior is represented by the help of methods and functions. So in the chapter 2, if you have not watched the video, in chapter 2 I have explained completely about state and behavior. The state is actually the physical thing Okay, your data members. So suppose I am making an ID card. Okay, so in ID card, your age, your name, all those things should be there. So these are your states of ID card. Okay, and what is the behavior? So in that ID card, you will be having some RFID scan. So to scan this method, what are the logics which is happening inside that behavior? That is your, actually your methods are behavior and states, you can say it as a data member. Okay, object is an instance or copy of a class. Okay, it is an instance of a class, and without class you cannot make an object. So now here you can see a Java program to make an identity card for a person using classes and objects. Okay, so if you see here, so let me write a class for you. So class ID card. Okay, so this should be small c. Okay, now here I will take private int age, private, should not take private int, int age, string name, string email ID, string employee ID. So you have told that your ID card will consist of these things. So this is your class. Okay, this is your blueprint actually. Okay, this is your class. Now we need to have an object created. So I'll have one test class first created for this. Okay, in our test class there will be a main method. So we have already discussed that our main method is the entry point for the JVM to start coding. Okay, so here suppose I have a main method. Okay, so inside main method what I will do, I need to create an object of this class. So how to create an object of this class? So what I will do, ID card equals new ID card. Okay, object one. This is object one. So object one dot name. Object one dot age looks 27. Object one dot email ID gmail.com, and object one dot employee ID. Here, if you see, this is the line where we are creating an object, creating a new object. Here, the operator, the keyword, new keyword is used to create an object. So if you see here, we have the ID card class, and then we have a test class. Inside test class, we are creating an object where IC is the reference of the object. This is how we make an object for an instance. So here you can see we have also initialized the data members of the class. Okay, note, JVM creates an object and stores it into the heap memory. So all the objects are created by JVM and is stored in heap memory. Here IC is the reference variable. So for that example we have obj1 is the reference variable which is used to access the properties of the object. New keyword is used to create a new object, and ID card this. This is a constructor, is the default constructor. So in the next session, we'll be looking more into what is constructor. So hope you are clear with the classes and object. Classes are only the blueprint or which defines the states and behavior of the object, whereas object is a physical entity and it has these states and behaviors inside it. So to create an object, we need to have a class, and from one class we can have n number of objects. Okay, so I hope everything is clear to everyone. So yes, so that's it for today. So in the next session, we'll be discussing more about constructors. So moreover, everyone can go through this document in the comment section, and they can ask their question. Feel free to ask questions in the comment section. Thank you so much.